Well. We talked a lot about this guy leading up to the NFL trade deadline, and you see it on the thumbnail, you see it on the banner. Maxx Robert Crosby spoke about him possibly being traded to the Detroit Lions. Back even in late October, the Raiders were not going anywhere. And I don't know if they've won a game since. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I don't care. I haven't been watching. But you talk about Antonio Pierce. Will he have a job? Even their general manager, will he have a job? But the Raiders organization is in disarray. And Maxx Crosby had been playing on a bum ankle for a while. And after the season was essentially lost, he decided that it was better for him to just get that work done and be out the remainder of the season. Now, I do expect him to come back in full swing in 2025. But in the meantime, we've heard that Myles Garrett, the Cleveland Brown defensive end, you would have to say that him and Myles Crosby arguably could be one of the best, tandems in the league, as far as Aiden Hutchinson is up there too. But how Myles Garrett told the Cleveland Browns that he wants to have a conversation. He needs a plan. He needs to know. He needs it laid out very specifically. What is the plan for us to win now? Because he does not want to go through a rebuild. Now, here's what I find interesting. The Myles Garrett comments came out after the Cleveland Browns vocally or publicly committed to that they were going to stick with Deshaun Watson. Now, Detroit Lions fans were going crazy with the possibility of Maxx Crosby being traded to this team. He's born in Michigan, raised in Texas, went to a school in Michigan, and was drafted by the Raiders. He's a great story. I want to say he's a 3rd or 4th round pick who is now one of the best pass rushers in the league. Not like the 1st overall pick with Myles Garrett, the 2nd overall pick with Aiden Hutchinson, but kind of that mid-tier that made a name for itself and now is one of the top-tier pass rushers in the league. But there might have been a change of heart. See, losing sucks. And I must say that I got to give Maxx Crosby and Myles Garrett, I have to give them kudos. Let me tell you why. I respect the fact that Myles Garrett has made it publicly known that he wants to remain a Cleveland Brown, but he also wants to win. So he's letting the team know, listen, I want to win. You have to show me how we're going to do that. I don't want to go through a rebuild. He's giving them the opportunity to lay out the plan before he's going to ask for his exit. Myles Garrett, I commend him. He is loyal, even if it means losing, or at least it seemed like he was. Raider for life is tattooed on my body, yada, 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 blah, 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 right? Matthew Stafford, on the other hand, he never turned down any money. He never said publicly, at least to my knowledge, that he wanted to win. He wanted to win. He wanted to stay in Detroit, but he wanted to win. He never turned down any of those. In 2016, Stafford was the highest paid player in the NFL for like 3 seconds. He never turned down any of that money. It's surprising. You never heard how Tom Brady was breaking the bank, but he got 7 titles. There's a reason that he's like that, right? But Myles Garrett, we know how he feels. Maxx Crosby might be having a change of heart. Losing sucks, man. It really does begin to take its toll on you. This is coming from the Rush podcast. I did not make the correct banner for the courtesy of, so I'm going to do that right now. Courtesy of the Rush. And I'm just going to put podcast /YouTube. And I'm also going to, I don't really have to link it in the description. All podcasters and all my YouTube people, if you're bringing in anything, make sure you give the credit to where it is due. But here's what Maxx is talking about now when it comes to, that's the wrong one. Let me copy that real quick. Okay, that should be right, but hold on. Let me do this. Go here, copy that. I really, really thought I had this. One-man show, guys. There we go. All right, now it's right. But here's what Maxx Crosby had to say about the current situation of the Las Vegas Raiders.
We're talking about in the media, and even with the draft in the future, you were very, very outspoken early on. Like, this isn't a rebuild year for you. You want to win. You want to win now. And I think you doing what you've done this season shows that. Did you catch Myles Garrett's comments after he did have his 100th career sack? So shout out to Myles.
I'm 100% right about shout out to Myles. Hell yeah.
Did you catch his comments after the game about the Browns and in the future in his tenure there?
Yeah, for sure. I had many people send it to me as well. For me, I think everything he said, like, I fully agree with. You know what I mean? I fully align with. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm not gonna play the game forever. That's where it gets. You could ruffle some feathers, and people are always be like, "Oh, he wants out," or because I hear it all the time. People love to talk about me getting traded, and that's just the reality. Like, I've earned that right to be in. You know what I mean? If they're not talking about you, I'm doing something wrong. So, like, regardless, everyone's always got something to say about me, good or bad. So I get blamed for this season. I get blamed when it's everything, you know what I mean? But when it's good, it's like I'm the next coming of Jesus, and I'm the greatest thing to ever walk the planet. You know what I mean? So it comes with both of it. But at the end of the day, I agree with what Myles said. Like, I'm on the same boat. Like, I want to win. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be I want to know there's a real plan and execution behind it. You know what I mean? It's like I put in way too much work, bro. And I get it from a front office standpoint and coaches standpoint. Like, well, this guy just be a football player and stop worrying about. I'm like, the people that have that opinion to say, and then, like, I'll never operate like that, because you're not in my shoes, and you could never be in my shoes. So, like, you don't understand what I do to even get on the field on Sundays, bro. Like, I've had 6 surgeries now. I've put everything into it. I train all year round. I sacrifice all the time in the world with my daughter, my family, with y'all, with everybody, 24/7. I like real isolation a lot of the time, because I got to be up at 5 a.m. no matter if it's off. So y'all know how it is. Like, I put everything into it, and I've earned the right to say something. And I'm not sitting here saying I got all the answers or I'm 100% right about everything. But at the end of the day, like, my intentions are pure, and, like, I want to win. And that's all that matters to me. And, like, yeah, it's been tough. You know what I mean? It's been 6 years of inconsistency. You know what I mean? It's new coaches every other year, and this and this and that, and new teammates. And there's been plenty of times where I'm like, damn, like, this D line is cold. And then I come back and every single one of them's gone. You know what I mean? And it's like, what the, you know what I mean? And then it just, there's on and on and on. There's a lot of things. So it's just like, it's tough, bro. Because I feel for Myles, because he's in that same boat. Like, Myles is a future Hall of Famer, and he's a great player, and he's earned the right to say what he wants. And he's been in Cleveland and hasn't won, really. You know what I mean? I think we both made the playoffs. How many times? I think you would know, Darian. Have they made the playoffs since Myles?
They lost to the Chiefs.
I think twice, right?
Chiefs. Yeah.
And then the Texans last year.
And then last year to the Texans, the team that the Browns built by trading away everything for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
So, 0 for 2 in the first round.
Same with the Rams with the Lions. They've helped them build their best team ever.
Yep.
Yeah, literally.
So he's 0 for 2.
Yeah. So that's the point. Like, he's been in the league for 8 years. He's been in the playoffs twice. I've been in the league for 6 years, and I've been in the playoffs once. Like, yeah, like, I want to be a part of something that is all about winning and all about football. You know what I mean? All about not the bullshit, not all the extra shit. Like, I just want to win. And, yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, like, there's obviously a million conversations to be had. Like, it's no secret. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my contract situation, like, I have no more guaranteed money. There's a lot of different things. Like, obviously, you know, there's gonna be a lot of things that need to be talked about, and I'm looking forward to those conversations. So, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Like, I'm really looking forward to this offseason, the process, and I will say, like, on top of it, like, the Raider fans have been dope and I love them to death. Like, that's one thing through everything. Like, the fans have truly, since day one, like, embraced me and being in their corner. And I think it's been the dopest shit. Like, even with my injuries and all the shit, like, the support has been, like, the coolest shit ever. And so, yeah, there's so many different things that got to be talked about. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Well. I do apologize for the language in there, and thank you for to them for finally, like, the really harsh words that they edited out. I appreciate that, because before when we did this, it was, you know, the really, really tough stuff was in there. Here's a little fun fact. The guy that was asking the questions, the guy with the white and blue hat, he actually is the CEO of a company called Deliver That. If you are in the gig space world, you know about it. It is a catering company, which is a company that I actually do deliveries for when I was doing that, making those that they do catering to big companies and things like that. I had no idea that he was part of that, and it was cool to kind of see him on. I started to ask him when he was live on that whole channel to talk to Max and get him to come to Detroit. Now, that was prior to this information coming out. Now, let me ask y'all this. How y'all feeling right now? How y'all feeling right now? You remember back in this was probably about 20 years ago, man, almost between 15 and 20 years ago when YouTube was in its infancy stages. There was a rap battle going on, and one of the guys was owning another guy, and he was hitting him with the lyrics, so it was freestyling, and he said, "Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you." That's kind of what, oh, you mad because you losing, right? I understand. Like I said, I respect Myles for trying to keep it a buck and stay loyal to the Raiders and the team that drafted him. And he wanted to be a Raider, and Raider for life is tattooed on the body and all that other stuff. And all that stuff is great, bro. But you keeping it a buck right now, and that's that you want to win. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. If you want to be loyal to, because like I said, my issue with Stafford is he never, we don't have any type of facts, any type of proof that he said that. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. And now, you mad because we winning, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you mad because you losing. Of course. But just a few months ago, you wanted to be a Raider for life and all that. And now you're trying to have a conversation about a plan. Now, I didn't hear that he doesn't want to be a Raider, but I heard something totally different from what I heard in late October, early November, when everybody was clamoring from Maxx Crosby to get traded to their team and blah, 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 right? And, we got fans. And one thing I will disagree with is that you ain't the second coming of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a little, I know he wasn't saying that about himself. He was saying that people were looking at him like that. I don't know about all that, but we were excited to have you because we appreciate your game. We know what you can do. And losing sucks now, don't it, Max? It sucks, man. And it starts to take a toll after a while. Trust me. We Detroit Lions fans, so we know all about losing. We were doing it a long time, but now we're not. So I got a question for you. Would you take Maxx Crosby on the team? If it's going to be some juicy topics this offseason, we're going to have topics about Myles Garrett. We're going to have topics now about Maxx Crosby. And now I believe that what is happening, especially in Myles' case, Myles put it out there because he's like, listen, Cleveland, I'm telling you what I want to do. You've got, the season is still here. Our season is done. It's over. We have nothing to play for after the season is officially over. But I'm giving you a month head start, and then you're going to have to, so by the time the offseason or the season is over, because don't forget, Matthew Stafford asked for a trade in the month of January. The playoffs were still going on, and within a month, it was done. It just couldn't be official until the new season opened up, and it was one of the first orders of business for the league that particular year. So now, now you want to plan? We could have told you a long time ago they wasn't going to do anything. They haven't done anything. Check this out. The Lions have more playoff appearances now than the Raiders, right? He said once or twice, maybe twice, so maybe it's equal to. And ours is back-to-back. Y'all ain't going nowhere no time soon. Let's be real. The Raiders haven't been really, really relevant in a long time. You had that year that they went to the playoffs under Derek Carr, and then you had the year that the Chargers and them, if they would have tied, they would have gone together. So anyway, let me know. I'm gonna keep it a bug, man. I'm off the Max train. Give me Myles Garrett all day. That's the one I wanted anyway. If you gave me a choice between the two, I'm taking Myles every time. But it's gonna be an interesting offseason. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Would you take Maxx Crosby? Or has this re-sparked your interest in this? Let me know down below. It's something I'm forgetting that I want to say, but I can't remember. And then as soon as I get off, I'm going to be like, I should have said this. I don't remember. I will be in San Francisco. You guys know that. So there will be no game stream this Monday because I will be there. I believe that is it. But if not, maybe I'll make a real quick video. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You can be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Oh, I think I know. Lions Syndicate Film Room is at 1,300 subscribers. We did cross 1,000. I applied for monetization, and we are doing big things. 2025 is the year. I'm labeling it the year of business, which I'm taking care of all the business aspects of things with this channel. We got a lot. The last 5 years have been great. The next 5 are going to be even better. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Maxx Crosby. Well, you might be out of time, brother, but we'll see. It's going to be a juicy off season.